I don't click leave meeting now. Just click. We're good now.
I haven't clicked anything.
I'm good. I'm here.
Fuck. Fuck. False start, guys. We shot the start gun and Magpie fucked off.
Yeah, get out of here.
And I thought I was cooked, bro. I've been up since 3 this morning. Again, this is getting recorded on the Monday night because Sunday was a big day and I had to go to bed at like 8 o'clock, which is when we usually record it. This is 2 weeks in a row. We've done the Mondays. This is not going to be a normal thing, but it happens. Life gets in the road. What can you do? Again, we got no guest this week, but that's okay because my beautiful face and his beautiful face make up for it. It's fine. It's fine.
At least we hope.
Yeah.
Or our voices, you know, if you listen to us on Spotify, our voices.
Magpie's getting a little bit of the Johnny Depp thing happening with his beard. I guess that's what it. No, it's not just Johnny Depp. Sorry, it's more like the Tony Stark, but shitter.
I just need those coloured glasses and I'll be fine.
Yeah, he does wear those rosy things, eh?
Yeah.
It wouldn't suit my fucking mongrel head, eh?
It wouldn't suit mine.
What about us winning a fucking game of cricket in Pakistan?
Finally.
Oh, Lion finally come through. Swepson, yeah, I don't know about Swepson anymore. He didn't also fucking crash. What did he? I think he needs to play more Shield.
Yeah, I don't think it's just the more Shield. He's got to be able to be in the squad more.
Yeah, it's just they didn't bowl him anywhere near enough, but he wasn't really dangerous. Swepson's problem, he's got a shit ball still. He needs to get rid of it.
That loopy ball he throws up.
Bowl test match cricket as a spinner and have a shit ball. You know, they're just going to sit there and say, he's going to bowl one shit one eventually. Yeah, just cut that. You know, you can sit there, you can play someone off, you know, a shit ball's coming. Lion, his whole thing is he can put pressure on and not bowl a shit ball, but recent times he has the shit ball in him. And the funny thing about Lion, 9 times out of 10, his best ball is the shit ball. Sometimes it can be like that.
I think it was a couple matches in the Ashes that his best ball was the shit ball. Yeah,
it can be the one that sticks in your fingers a little bit too much or something like that.
I did watch one over from Lion and I saw him drag it down and he knew straight away as soon as it came out of the hand, he's just like yelling. I was like, why? And so I was like, it's stuck in his hand. He dragged it down a bit. Why would you put it there? He got carded for 4 or something. I was like,
it's fucking hard yakka bowl and spin. It's meant to be like the easier sort of version of it. And people can go up there and bowl dollies and go, spin's not that hard. It's fucking hard to do it consistently.
If you got to land it on the same place. You can get a wicket
here and there. But you've got to be able to like read the batsman. You've got to do this, you got to do that. You got to know what batsman's there and what shots they like to play and not put it there, put it somewhere else, make them try to play that shot.
It's not like a pace bowler where you're just there to intimidate. And if you smash through them,
but a pace ball, you can like the ball can just jag or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But just
9 times out of 10, you're out there to intimidate. Like you're there. You're going to be there and stick you.
It gets down to like even Hazelwood. Like Hazelwood can't really afford to bowl a shit ball. He's fast, but he's not enough's happening with it sometimes that he's sort of got to keep putting on the spot and hope something small happens. Or Stark, he's making something ridiculous happen. Yeah, so that's why it sprays a little bit. But he's a little bit faster. He's trying to make it swing a lot more. So it's when you try to do too much with the ball, sometimes it's hard to control.
I think our 3-pronged pace attack is probably really good because you have a look at Stark. Sometimes he can be deadly as hell. Other times he can be expensive. Same as Hazelwood, right? He can do nothing with the ball day in, day out, but keep it same length, same line all day. Bang, bang, bang. And then you got Paddy Cummins that could come in and he could do a bit of both. He could move the ball, he could throw in a cutter, you know, that moves a fuckload.
He's good. And Green's fucking handy as well.
Green's handy as well to get that little bit of fucking extra overs in as well. So I think Green works really well in tandem with a spinner at the other end.
He's pretty good.
I just think because of his frame, like, you know, he's got that, especially with the spinner at the other end, with his follow through with his the long legs and everything. Same as Stark. Stark works pretty well with the spinner at the other end because he knows if he's going to make the foot marks for them to spin into, he's going to make them there, you know?
Yeah, exactly
Like,
right.
I think that's one of the good things about those two. Even if they can be expensive. Green hasn't been expensive lately, as of late.
No, he's been bowling pretty good.
And he's been bowling pretty tidy. And Stark, the last 3 games, has been bowling fucking unreal. Well,
yeah, he's been bowling good.
Last 8 games, so the Ashes included, he's been bowling unreal.
Trying to figure out what's happening. The women's comp.
India got knocked out last night. I saw
really?
that. Yeah, apparently come down to the last over. Something happened in the last over that was a bit controversial. Something to do with the no ball.
Sounds about right.
Australia to face the West Indies in the semi-final.
Oh, they've versed them in the semi. I can't find it. I can't find the ladder or anything.
Yeah, so India are out, so which means South Africa is through. A last ball loss to South Africa has sent India out of the 2022 World Cup.
Yeah, South Africa versus England, Australia versus West Indies, Australia, England grand final, more than likely.
Looks like it.
Unless we shit our pants.
No, we should do well. Meg Lanning will stand up like she has the last fucking 4 games. She's been doing really well.
I haven't even looked at the F1 because I'm assuming you're gonna inform me right now. What's been going on in the F1?
Ferrari's on top, bro.
Ferrari won again.
No, so the last race, which was this morning, round 2, it actually, here's a surprise for you, Max Verstappen won.
I'm not surprised.
It is, considering what happened last race. So last race, he was a DNF, so was Sergio Perez. And everyone was saying Red Bull, you know, because they've taken over from Honda, Honda's no longer with Red Bull. Honda has withdrawn. Red Bull's asked for the ability to make their own motors.
Yeah.
So they're now a motor outlet for the F1.
Yep.
So you got 2 cars or 2 teams racing with Red Bull motors, which is Red Bull Racing and AlphaTauri, which is their like little sister, their development team, sort of, so to speak. After round 1, all 4, I'm pretty sure, ended up pretty dismal. I know Verstappen and Perez were DNFs. Pretty sure Gasly was a DNF with his motor pretty much going on fire. His motor lit up in flames.
AlphaTauri,
yeah, good old AlphaTauri. Yuki Tsunoda, I'm pretty sure he was far behind in the pack as well. Yeah, he was 8th, 20 seconds behind the pack, so he was a fair distance behind.
Hamilton had a fucking shocker by the looks of it.
Hamilton had a shocker. He gained 1 point this morning.
A lot of people DNF'd.
There is a shitload of DNFs at the moment, and because of the new regulations with engines and all your different car specs and shit, you would expect at the roll of the new regulations, some cars would be better because they've had, you know, they went, all right, new regulations next year. We'll stop developing our car now. Who cares if we come 5th or 6th in the competition? That gives us that foot ahead next year.
So like Ferrari is going pretty good at the moment.
Like Ferrari, Haas. You wouldn't expect Haas to be where they are, which is...
What's his name? Leclerc.
Yep.
He's only half a second behind Verstappen.
Oh yeah, they were neck and neck. They were backwards and forwards the whole race. It was really nice to see.
Leclerc might fucking have a good year this year if he keeps it up.
Yeah, for sure. But you got like Ferrari's on top with 78 points at the moment after 2 races. Mercedes is 40 points behind, and then you got Red Bull Racing, which is 1 point behind Mercedes. So 41 points for Red Bull to make up to try and get to Ferrari. That's a lot of points there that they can. That's 2 points that they made nearly 80 points. So, 2 races they made nearly 80 points.
Yeah.
So,
this would be fucking interesting to watch, see how the year pans out. Next one's in Australia.
Next one's in Australia in a fortnight's time, which will be excellent because I'll actually be awake for it.
Starts at 3 in the afternoon.
I won't have to wake up in the morning, get ready for work, and sit there and watch the start of the race, and then go to work. When I'm at work, put it on the phone, put it in the corner of my office, and have it on loud so I can hear what's going on.
Hopefully, hopefully our boy Danny Ricciardo
Rick
goes. Hopefully he wins it. That'd be nice.
It would be nice. It would be nice to see McLaren have a bit of a turnaround. And I'm not 100% sure on our predictions, strikers and my predictions for this year. But we had McLaren up there.
Yeah.
We had McLaren in the top 3. So if they can do a bit of a turnaround, I know it is round 2. Round 3 is in 2 weeks' time. If they can have a bit of a turnaround and just keep piling on the points this year from now on, it'll be perfect. So
looks like he's driving really, really well, Ricciardo too, until the drivetrain fell out.
Yeah, he was doing all right. He made a couple places and everything, and then had to DNF, unfortunately. I see that's the same as a lot of cars. Some cars did really well last week are doing shit this week.
Yeah. Well,
some cars that did shit last week are doing really well this week. Like, have a look at Red Bull. Red Bull come 1 and 4th last week, and they both DNF'd.
What can you do?
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
it's just that they got 2 weeks now to check out the car, see what they're going, see what's going on. And
maybe just drive around a Holden. Let's do some skiddies with the Holden, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think you're Australian if you haven't done at least one skiddy in a Commodore.
It depends on what Commodore.
It's the Commodore, bro. Even if you just do a one-wheeler, just you've had a go.
Double leggers in a VL.
Call yourself an Australian.
Double leggers in a VL down the fucking road.
I owned a Commodore for a little bit. Flogador. LVU sedan.
Ooh, yuck.
Which is the same shape as the VT, but like slightly nicer.
Anything above a VN I don't like. I'm sorry. If we go Holden side.
The old VTs and VUs had like the unkillable V6 engine.
Yeah, the VNs had that Buick motor. It was nice. 3.8 litre Buick.
Well, if you wanted the higher class ones, there's the start of the LS1.
That is true.
Which is a pretty famous engine. In Australia, it's a very famous engine. People are using LS1s in every single conversion they could do. 4-wheel drive, let's put an LS1 in it.
If it's not an LS1, it's a Barra.
That's true. Which is the XR6 or XR8?
XR6.
Yeah, that engine was pretty good. My mate did a turbo build for that. I've seen a couple of really good XR6 turbo builds for those.
That was in my Falcon.
One fella that had 1,000 horsepower, which is pretty ridiculous.
I had the non-turbo Barra in my Falcon, BA Falcon.
Nice, yeah.
So I was right at the swap where it was when they went from BA to BF. My car was a 05 BA.
Yeah.
The BFs would be 06, I'm pretty sure. So I was right at the cutoff where they started bringing the Barra in.
They do you remember the AUs? That is
the
grossest car ever made. Actually, no, there's a lot of grosser cars, but it's one of the grossest. Mum and Dad had an AU.
AU there. Yeah, that's an AU. Nah, AU. No,
AU.
That is an AU Falcon right there. Nah, AU there.
Sorry, I've started semi-researching as we're going here, our topic for today, and I just realized there's like a famous person in there that I didn't know had a voice in it.
Oh, okay.
Axl Rose. I don't know who's in there somewhere.
Axl Rose?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You had Ray Liotta, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. That's all good.
Ray Liotta.
But like, okay.
Oh, is that who he played in it? Oh, I didn't know that was his voice.
Who'd he play?
Tommy Vercetti.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was the main protagonist. Nice. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that at all. Well, if that was a cryptic little clue of what our topic of the week's going to be, well, actually, the dumb thing is you've already clicked the episode. You already technically know what the topic is, so I don't know why I'm hiding it. Because it'll be the episode 20, GTA. This week we're going back to the games. We're talking about the Grand Theft Auto series. I think anyone that's at least played one Grand Theft Auto game, if they haven't played it, they know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
What it's all about. They do have pretty good stories in it, but for the most part, it's just fun driving around, shooting things, and stealing cars and stuff. Stuff you can't do in real life. You can do in this. It's a fucking fun game.
Fuck oath it is. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it right now, actually.
Before we go any further, what games have you been playing this week? You still been playing GTA RP? Why are you so close to the camera? What was that all about?
Oh, I was at my keyboard's like down there. My keyboard's down there. I needed to see what I was doing. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm all fuzz now.
Why'd you do that for? Yeah, I've been smashing out the GTA RP, man. I've been addicted. I don't know.
Now.
I don't know how or why I'm addicted. I'm just addicted.
Yeah, fair enough.
Addicting to me.
I've gone all blur. It's okay. You have to pay extra to unlock me.
Pay extra to unlock this fella right here.
That's right. My camera's garbage for this refocusing shit. I'll tell you that much. I don't know what's wrong with it. It fucking struggles, but really struggles.
Why did you do that?
Oh, I just wanted to be like you. I just wanted to, be a part of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Getting real close and stuff.
Can't be like me.
I don't know what I've done, but it's gone fucked. I'm sure it'll fix itself. I'm sure it'll fix itself in a sec. Or
Don't
not.
Just pull it away slowly so it fucking God, focus. There you go.
That's how you do it, eh?
You're welcome.
I thought you had to go real quick and go.
No, it's got to focus on the one point. So when you pull it away,
right. That was a pretty good close up of my thumbprint.
Quick,
use that one.
Quick, steal his bank account details.
What bank account? This finger here. Not focusing now. There's a big scar on it. I actually got a couple of scars on my fingers. Actually, I got a scar there when I got a fishing hook stuck through it while the fish was still attached, and then the fish went and shook around, and it ripped a big chunk out of my finger. That's always fun. And the other one's got a big scar there where I went to stop a cricket ball, and it tip of my finger fell off, and the bone poked through. Yummy. I had to have surgery to put it back on.
Yummy.
It was yummy. It was weird when the bone was hanging out the hand when they're using like a little scrubbing brush, brushing the top of the bone. And I was watching, I was like, this is fucked. And then they gave me an opioid, and I was like, I went like instantly drunk, instantly sick, like that. I went like nauseous. I was like, oh, and then I just got over it, and I was like, just on a whole new world. A whole new world. Oh, yum.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been playing. What have we been playing? War Thunder.
Yeah.
Rocket League, and I'm gonna start playing that Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yep.
Because we share like a home account with another guy. He's got it, so now I've got it. It's like,
Good old Borderlands.
They gave me shit because I didn't realize it was a Borderlands game. So I never heard of it. Hadn't heard it get made, nothing. He just told me about it. He's like, oh, I got this game here because he was really excited about it. I was like, oh, okay. Went down and started downloading it and like watched like the tiniest little start of the thing. I was like, oh, is that a Borderlands game? And I just messaged the Borderlands game. Just, oh, no, cut. Like, well, I was like, oh, sorry. Fuck if I know. I haven't played that many of the Borderlands games. I've played fuck all of them, really.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're not a true gamer unless you played them. I was like, oh, settle down. Just because I fucking fell in love with Fallout for the most part doesn't mean that I don't play games. Like I play the shit out of Skyrim and Oblivion and Fallout 3, Fallout 4.
I played the shit out of all of them before I touched Borderlands.
Yeah, but they're roughly the same time, the same period of time. And there's a time now where I just wasn't buying games because if I wanted to play a game, I was playing fucking Call of Duty or Fallout.
Yeah, exactly. The new game come out. It's like I've still got fucking shitloads to do like Skyrim. I don't care. 6 or 7 characters in Fallout, all with like 4 days on it. Like, I played a lot of fucking Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah. This week's topic: Grand Theft Auto series. Just an amazing game series. Like I said, I think everyone's played it. It's one of those games that like they're a great game, especially when they come out. You just like flog the fuck out of them and stuff. But it's weird. I've never really named them in my top 5 yet. I've played an awful lot of them.
Yeah. And if you want a little bit of time to kill,
especially in the back of the day, like say San Andreas, like I played the literal fuck out of that.
Yeah.
To the point where I had every gun up there. I think it was one of the few games I've got pretty much 100% completion on it, which is weird. It's hard to do. It was one of the few games I've actually mastered. I got everything, edited everything. I went through and tried to find everything. What the fuck is this little dag thing hanging off my fucking beanie here? Hang on, I'm gonna just swap it around. Pissing me off. Yeah. Looks like I've got no hair.
Tommy's just hiding his fuck handle. It's okay, guys.
I just didn't feel like tying my hair up.
He's just hiding his fuck handle.
I usually just put a hat on. You've got a hat on. Fucking long haired git you are.
I always have a hat on. No matter when we're doing these, I'm always got a hat on. So.
See, if I'm outside, I always wear my Akubra. I can't wear the Akubra inside. That's just fucking weird. Like sometimes I wear hats when I'm gaming and stuff like that, but I'm actually a beanie man for a lot of it. I wear a lot of beanies. See, I've got another one just sitting here.
Yeah.
I just been tied up because it's just been hot. I don't want to put a beanie on or a hat on. It's just cooler to have the fucking head top, but it's pissing down rain here at the moment.
Is that how you made like CJ and that, like, you know, like in San Andreas with a beanie on and shit, make it sort of look like you? Or were you like full gangster?
No. What did I have? I don't think I had anything on his head. Yeah. I think I gave him a short afro and he just wore like a white wife beater with green jeans. I think that's all I used to rock.
Yeah.
I never, like, that was the one thing I never did. I never really dressed him up or anything like that. I just, that was like the first kid he had on. That's just the kid he kept.
Yeah. I had him with like a durag on, you know, the fucking, like a bandana and shit and fucking.
Oh, maybe I had a bandana over his face, actually.
Yeah.
You might be right. I might have had the bandana over his face.
I had the bandana across his forehead and the do-rag, and he wasn't looking pimp, but he was looking pretty fly, you know, like he had some cash on him.
And I always resonated with Tommy Vassetti, get up, the Hawaiian shirt and jeans. But I wore to town most weekends, so
good old. But just to think that like Grand Theft Auto, like have a look at the games that, like, especially like Grand Theft Auto 5 is the last game that came out in 2013, right? It's been nearly 10 years since the last Grand Theft Auto. And just to think the amount of people that are still playing GTA, even if it is GTA Online, GTA RP, they still got to buy GTA 5 to play it. And it's think ridiculous. About the amount of people still playing it, right? For it to come from a top-down version of it was sort of like a side scroller, but it wasn't, because, you know, you could travel through, jump in a
eagle
car.
Eye view. It's called.
Yeah, it was top down.
Is it top down, not eagle eye?
Top down doesn't matter.
It's Diablo eagle eye.
Diablo's eagle eye because you're like you're not above them, but you're sort of like, the side. Yeah. Sorry. The top down, you're like looking at your character and you're walking around. Like, so like in 97 and 99 were your top down views. GTA 3 was when they started bringing in the
GTA 3 revolutionized it. Yeah, it's not. I can't see GTA 3. I didn't play an awful lot of. I've played, but only mucking around. I never really done the storyline, so I couldn't tell you that much about the storyline in GTA 3.
That's the same as me. Yep.
But all I can say is that how they remodeled it, like to that, like where you following the character and stuff like that around, like
the whole third person view.
Yeah, 3D. And they gave him like a storyline and stuff like that. That's what changed it all. And then like for me, I started more on like Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I played number 2 actually. I weirdly had the disc that I could put in the computer and played it like that. I remember playing that one. But Vice City is like the first one I did. I'm assuming I did all the missions. I can't really remember too much of the storyline because I played it when I was so young. You know, it's good to remember it came out in 2002. I would have been 10. So I probably didn't play that till I was like 13. I probably played it at people's houses that had it. I knew all the cheats. But the game that I had and I played a lot of was San Andreas. That's when it really started for me because I had that on my Xbox. I could play it by myself. That's when I started to get the TV in my room with my Xbox that I bought myself.
Yeah.
After PS1, I was given Super Nintendo. I was given PS1 from my cousins because I got the PS2. And then, so I was obviously like a whole generation behind for a long time. And then I eventually bought the Xbox pretty much towards the end of when Xbox 360 was thinking of it coming out.
Yeah.
But I had it on the original Xbox, and then I used to play that disc on the 360 once I got the 360.
Yeah.
Actually, no, sorry. I had it just on Xbox. Because I bought the 360, because I went to someone's house and they had the 360, and then they had GTA 4.
Yeah,
and
right.
I remember I played it for about 10 minutes, and I was like, I have to get this game. I have to get it. This is like, I played the shit out of San Andreas. GTA 4 was like, the character models were better. You walked more realistic. You drove more realistic. Everything was way more realistic. I was like,
a bit more of a backstory and shit.
I have to get this game. And I remember I was working part-time, obviously, like after school and stuff like that. And I had enough money and I bought it. And I bought Grand Theft Auto 4. And I played the literal fuck out of that game too. Everything. I did everything on that game. But then obviously, because I had the 360, then I got more fares and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the start.
And like, as I was saying, like, to think of where it's come from, when it started, is just unreal.
Yeah, ridiculous, eh?
And like the whole, and this is what gets me with especially GTA, because when a new GTA comes out, there's a lot of controversy when a new GTA comes out, and the whole controversy. No, it's not just that. The whole controversy is, because it's so violent, it's going to promote violence. It's like, it's an outlet.
It's not even that. Like, you can't say that about any game.
Someone like that. Like, I would have no idea what I'm doing or anything. And like, if they gave me a GTA 5 without me knowing what the hell it was or anything, I jumped in and I knew that I could run around with a rocket launcher and blow cars up and shit. It'd be the best thing in the world for me. Like, I could do this in this game. It's fucking unreal.
And like, it's not stopping people from stealing cars anyway. Because like, to be honest, when you steal cars in that game, you do it pretty blasé, which you can't do in real life. Like, the connection between games promoting violence and stuff like that is still a trigger in your head. Like, that person is still fucked up anyway. They've obviously got underlying issues of another kind. Games aren't going to be that place. Like you said, it's an outlet. More than likely, when's the last time you heard a gamer that's fucking stolen cars and stuff like that? You don't.
Yeah.
Gamers, so there's obviously some people in, like, say, America that have that issue with shooting up schools and stuff. But like, I can't say that's brought on from video games either. Like, a lot of them have had social issues, not from a game, you know what I mean? Like, it's a social issue, it's a social standard, it's a society issue. It's not a fucking game issue.
Exactly. There's underlying issues there, like, that push them to
without the game's input. Like, you can get it from movies, you can get it from TV shows, you can get it from fucking everything. Like, people love Game of Thrones. What does that mean? They're promoting beheading people? No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fucking be real. Like, the people are going to do that stuff are already going to do that stuff. Like, I am not a violent man at all, but I play violent games constantly.
Yeah.
I grew up playing, when I was a kid, I was playing fucking Mortal Kombat. Doesn't mean I went to school and started trying to fight cunts.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched Dragon Ball Z, I tried to power up once or two, but I never tried to fight someone.
Always tried to throw a Kamehameha or something, like,
you get in the pool and you blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and you just blow the water across to them. Like, why not? Like, you can try it out. It's not actually going to happen.
By the way, if you're going to do it in a pool, Gallic gun's way better. That's sort of like that Gallic gun. You can sort of throw a fuck ton.
Throw it, and the way that you can have this hand underneath, this hand behind, so you can. Yeah, that's all good.
If you don't know, as in Australia, most people have pools or swimming or something like that because it's too fucking hot. So
you're either always like at a beach, creek, or at the beach, at the creek, in someone's pool.
My girlfriend grew up in a different country and she didn't really learn how to swim, but like I I've always been able to swim. Like I can't think of a time where I couldn't. Like I think I learned when I was like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I've always been able to swim. Like it's weird when I find people that can't. It's like you can't swim.
Yeah.
Because we just don't realize where we grew up is just so water. Everything's to do with the water. Everyone's in the water. You know what I mean? We always swim. I don't know an Australian that can't swim. I don't. I can't think of someone.
I know people
who can swim poorly, but they can swim.
Poorly, but they can swim. Yeah. If they had to swim to save their life, then maybe they're fucked.
I can swim to save my life.
That's all right then. See, you can swim a bit better than poorly, but
I swam myself out of a rip a few times.
But see, the problem is in school, especially in like coastal towns. So I was in school in like Gladstone, Boyne Island, so water everywhere around us. You were, Rocky, Townsville, all of that type of area. Yeah, we were in water.
Yeah, I did a few.
Water was everywhere around us.
I did a few surf life saving comps down at Tenham Sands, Boyne Island.
Yeah, which is Boyne Island across the road from Boyne Island. But like, no matter where you are, like, especially if you're along the eastern seaboard of Australia, no matter what primary school you go to, you are always taught how to try and get yourself out of a rip or what to do when you're in a rip.
We used to do,
and that's where I learned it.
We used to do the training at school. Like swimming was like a class.
It was. You go
once a week. Pool. You go down to the fucking pool and swim.
Yeah.
Like it was like a mandatory subject.
Yeah.
Okay. But like Grand Theft Auto wasn't a mandatory subject. That was something we did in our own time. But I was playing fucking Grand Theft Auto when I was well and truly still in high school. I probably played it when I was still in primary school, at least at someone's house randomly.
Yeah. I still play it now. So
yeah, that's the weird one. Like I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in a really fucking long time. I used to love when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, I used to love all the YouTube clips that used to come out with. I used to watch it all, bro. I watched every cunt play it. And even Grand Theft Auto 4, I was watching a fair bit of that originally too. But that wasn't big on YouTube. When Grand Theft Auto 5 come out, it fucking exploded. Like that has to be well and truly their biggest game because it just fucking exploded. They did such a good job of Grand Theft Auto 5. I actually think the storyline, this is going to be controversial, the storyline wasn't as good as some of the previous editions, but the missions and everything like that were really fun. I have to.
The way they placed out, especially like the heists, the way they placed the heists.
I thought the heists were actually kind of garbage.
No, but that's no. Like opinion. Yeah, but the
level itself was good, but like the whole get this, you're trying to get certain characters and stuff like that. It's like, well, at the end, it didn't fucking matter. I was like, this is so dumb. You could have had literally any character there and exactly the same outcome would have come across. I was like, that's defeated the purpose. Like the level still played out exactly how it was meant to play out. And I was like,
I'm talking about like the whole way that the heist worked out. Like you go and recruit this person. It doesn't matter who you recruit.
Yeah, you got like a little you got a little mission to go get
the
them.
Crew, and then you help them out do this type.
Did you get the character from GTA 4 on yours?
Nah.
You can get one of the what are they, McFarlane brothers or whatever?
The McFarlane brothers,
was it
the
McFarlane?
Irish gang.
Was it McFarlane?
I know who you're talking about because Lester pretty much speaks about him in the first heist.
Yeah.
He pretty much speaks about them in the first heist, and he's like, oh, that Irish gang over in Liberty City, they've gone to nothing, and there was one, Eastern European bloke, and you're like, yeah, he's talking about Nico, like he's like
Nico Bellic.
And there was like sort of like not underlying, but there was like throwbacks to old characters from the series, and it was pretty cool because it's like
right.
Hang on. Hello. Sorry about that.
McCreary was the name. You gave me time to think of McCreary.
Yeah.
Sorry. Intermissions happens. Burn the beard
Interruptions. Interruptions.
Bird. McCreary.
Yeah, the McCreary brothers. Yep.
Yeah, you can get one of the McCreary fellas to help you out. I was like, oh, I'll get him.
Oh, true. I
saw it come up. It was like, he was actually harder to get. Like, you had to like do more to get it, but I got him. But like, that's what I mean. You didn't need to, which is fucking weird.
Yeah.
That was the bit that let me down. It's like they made this big point of the heists, and then it's sort of always played out the same. I was like, well,
Yeah.
nothing's really changed, has it? Like, it didn't really matter what you did beforehand. That's the bit, like, it left up, you know, you meant to have all these different options, but really it just still went to the same point. It's like, oh, well, you know.
But I think the whole heist system and everything that they brought in was pretty fucking.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well
oh
done.
man, I like the missions and stuff, and Lamar and stuff, all that. Like I liked all the different characters in GTA 5. Like GTA 5 was fucking good. I bought it. Oh, sorry.
And the fact that you can cruise to Grove Street from San Andreas, like you cruise to Grove Street and you go, this ain't fucking Grove Street. Grove Street never looked this good. Like, what the fuck happened to Grove Street in like 9 years? Like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
you still got like Lamar walking around in Grove Street. It's like, are you serious? Like, Lamar's still in Grove Street. Like, fuck. And like Franklin and Lamar are good mates. It's like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Lamar's got a sort of like a tiny little mention in San Andreas towards the very end.
And it's just I didn't know that.
How? Like, how are you still here? Well, then,
because it's part of the gang. It's part of that gang.
Yeah. It like leads it all up, and it's just like, are you fucking serious? Like,
what's the name of the gangs in San Andreas? I'm fucking having a blank.
Yeah, that's good.
One was like Ballast or something like that. The Ballers or something like that.
The Ballers.
Yeah. No.
Ballers. Ballas. The Ballers.
Yeah. What's the name of the greens? Grove Street. I'm sure it was the
Grove. Green. Yeah, they were Grove Street. That was the Grove Street, but they were. Fuck yeah.
Was Ballas the purple people? Was Ballas the yellow people?
So you got Grove Street, which is
Ballas.
Street
Ballas
families.
Was the purple.
Purple's Ballers.
And what are they? The Loco Syndicate.
The Vargos.
The Vargos. Okay.
Yeah, it was the other one.
The Locos were they?
Yeah, you got the like Grove Street families.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean? Green, purple, and yellow.
Green, purple, yellow. I know what you mean.
I can't remember. There you go. I played so much of it, I can't remember jack shit about it.
You know the colors. I knew the
colors.
But like, and you know, especially playing San Andreas, even like now, if you go back and play San Andreas and you have a look at like, what's his name? Fucking Officer Frank. That's Samuel L. Jackson. It's like
Officer Tenpenny.
Officer Tenpenny, yeah. Officer Frank. And like as soon as he throws out a motherfucker, you're like, yep, that's fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
He didn't say it until right at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he didn't say it. So you're sort of like, is this Samuel L. Jackson? And he's like,
when you kill him, he's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The house explodes.
Like, yep, that's fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
When you drove the fucking right tank in through the walls. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that. That's when you had to kill Big Smoke as well.
Yep.
Big Smoke. I never seen that coming.
I like 4 number 9s.
Yeah, I can't remember. Catch the damn train, CJ. I just remember that fucking mission. I like how like that transcended so long. I remember that mission like the fucking plain as day, and then it turned into a meme later on. I was like, oh, everyone else remembers it too.
Yeah.
I remember that mission being a cunt. That mission, and I always struggled with like the car jumping missions as well. We had to like do the tricks with the car.
Yeah.
I could never make that fucking. I always struggled in those missions for some reason.
And like San Andreas, like you're bringing in like the Hispanic crew and everything. And the good thing about them back then was, especially around that era, Hispanics were associated with the lowriders and everything. And that was the first introduction of
the lowriders in the game. Yeah.
The hydraulic system of actually moving your car like the hydraulics. And it was just like, that was pretty fucking dope. Cruising in the street and your fucking ass there to be scraping along the ground and your fucking nose would be up in the air. Yeah.
And they made it so CJ was like, he was a black protagonist.
Yep.
B, he's a protagonist that just wasn't racially driven in any way, shape, or form either. Like, you know, he made friends with the Hispanics, and he obviously had problem with turf wars, but even then, like, most of the time he's trying to like talk it out more than fight it out.
Yeah.
You know, they also made it out that like the cops were bad, but they're not always going to be bad white cops either.
Yeah, there was bad black cops.
You know, they also made it bad white cops as well.
Yeah.
They do. That's the one thing you can probably give against Grand Theft Auto is they do make the cops out to be pretty bad people. But they also make it out to be that like, if you do something really bad, they're going to go fucking hectic and get you down.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in Grand Theft Auto, the cops was a mistake. They weren't meant to be that aggressive. That was an accidental coding error that they just, in the first one, where the cops would like, instead of chasing you down like normal, they just start ramming into you and shooting you and throwing stuff at you. And it was like, what the fuck? But it was the hecticness of the cops that made the game good. That was what made it different. It's like, this isn't normal. Like the cops aren't meant to act like that, but they do. Nah. And it's fucking
And then
great.
the whole like star system, like, oh, 1 star, you know, they might try and pit maneuver you off the road. You know, like you're only going to have 1 or 2 cops chasing you. You smash someone, you like, or you kill a copper, you jump up 2 stars automatically once you kill a copper. So you go to 3 stars.
Yeah. And then the helicopters come in.
Then you go to 5 stars, and it's like, that's when they call in like the army with tanks and everything.
And 4 stars is like the SWAT team and stuff like that turning up.
SWAT team, road spikes, everything's out on the road.
I used to just do that in San Andreas. You sit there with the minigun and just start shooting everything down.
Yeah.
See how long you can start at 6 stars.
So we're jumping between a few games, right? And like we usually have our top 5 in Beard and the Bird, but I just want
top 5.
See, there's only like what? There's 7 games, and
there's 5 core games for
5 core games. I probably only played about 4 of them, 3 of them.
Oh, we'll just do a top 3 then.
Top 3 then. All right. So I'll start it off, and I'll ask you, Tommy, your top 3.
I'll start it off, but I'll ask you.
Yeah, I'm going to start it by asking
I thought you're volunteering.
Okay? No. I'll start it by asking you what your number 3 best GTA game is.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Yours?
Do you care to elaborate? Or
it's really good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking amazing. And you can have online playthroughs and stuff like that. And that's fucking sick. But I'm purely going on, once I finished the game, I pretty rapidly put it down. And I'd picked up again when it went online. And I played a fair bit of it online, but not like to the extent a lot of other people did. I enjoyed watching more content of it than playing it, which I don't know if that's just a switch in my brain at that stage, but it wasn't. I didn't have people to play with. And I found it got a bit bland if you didn't have people to play with.
Yep.
That made sense. Well, some of the other games I felt like had a lot more to do once the game storyline had finished. So that's why Grand Theft Auto 5, just the main core of it, I guess, is there. Online is nearly different again. GTA 5 online or GTA Online is nearly a whole separate fucking entity that we could probably lump into later on when we talk about it more.
Yeah.
We'll talk GTA Online as its own separate entity towards the end of the segment.
Yeah. So my number 3, I don't want to do you dirty because I know this will be, you know, it's either number 1 or number 2 because you haven't mentioned it, but it's going to have to be GTA 4 for me.
Yep.
I never got into it as much as I did the other games that I'm going to mention, the other 2 games that I have played. And I'm pretty sure we know what 2 games I have played.
Yeah.
We've spoken about them.
We're probably going to have the same top 3 games. They're just going to be in different orders.
Yeah, just going to be in different orders. But like GTA 4, I never fully got into it as much as I did the other 2. And I don't know why, it just didn't suck me in as the other 2 did.
By the way, with GTA 5, I bought that I pre-ordered, got it on release. Yeah. I finished it within 6 days.
Yeah.
I finished it really. I was finishing that game when a lot of the other people with content and stuff like that were finishing it as well. I finished it, posted it on Instagram, like, finished it. Now what do I do with my life? Because I was literally just playing the literal fuck out of it. One of the few games that I did buy on release, which I don't buy that many games on release anymore. That like I bought on release and played all the way through it. nonstop, didn't break. Like if I was home, I was playing it.
Yeah.
I had a spare minute, I was playing it. Like, I was played the fuck out of it. But then once I finished it, I was like, finished.
Yeah.
It's odd. It was odd how that worked for me.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, number 2.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yep.
Like I said, Grand Theft Auto 4, I played it at a friend's house, a family friend's house. Thought it was the greatest thing fucking ever. So then I went, Mum, we're going to the shops. I've got to buy this. Pretty much drained my bank account, bought it, and played just like I was still at school. So I just played, 2008, I would have been grade 11. I would have been 16 or something like that. I just played the literal fuck out of it. I just played and 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 played. And like this little shit afterwards, the storyline finished. I was just fucking around, souping up cars, just doing everything. It was so much fun. I fucking loved that game. Just the realism of everything. Like GTA 5 had that realism, but not as much. Like the whole boxing mechanics were all different in Grand Theft Auto 4 compared to 5. 5 was much more easy and more arcadey, while 4 was much more like you like blocked and dodged, and you punches didn't do as much damage. You could do one big KO hit every now and again, sort of thing. It was all a little bit more realistic in senses and parts, I think, compared to some of the other games.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed.
Mine is complete opposite to you. So mine's GTA 5. It was other than our number 1, it was the only other GTA that sucked me in. I like the storyline in it. The whole simple fact that you could play as the 3 different protagonists in different parts.
That was fucking sick. Trevor's a fucking banging character.
Trevor, man, he is a fucking nutcase. Let's just say that. But like, you could be playing as Franklin, and you could play for him as a full day as Franklin, and then swap over to Trevor. You find him fucking half naked in a gutter halfway across the fucking map.
That was a cool thing they put in it. Like when you started it up, if you finished as Michael, doesn't mean you're always going to start it back up as Michael. You'd start it up and you'd be like, you'd be Trevor. You'd be in your jocks on top of fucking Mount Chiliad. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And
you'd wake up and you'd be like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it'd be like a little sort of backstory as to how you got there as well, especially with like Trevor and Franklin. Like it's sort of like a backstory with how you got to where you are right now when you swap the character. And like he would mumble off something like, "Oh fuck, those hookers last night were fucking unreal." Like it was just like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, come on, you crazy old fuck.
That shit was awesome in 5. By making it number 3, I'm talking like it was a 9.6, and I found the Auto to be a 9.7. Like I'm talking minuscule differences here. 4 for me sits a lot more on my heart compared to 5.
Yeah, but see, and that's the same as me. Like it's opposite for me because like different generations here, like different amount of game played in each game and all that type of stuff. Like and
it really depends on what stage you were at your gaming career, like what you're doing gaming wise. Like Grand Theft Auto 4 come out when I was still at school, sort of thing. So like I had a lot more. I didn't have girlfriends. I had sport, but like I didn't have any other duties to do. I had nothing else to do. I just played fucking Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, as I said, like the whole aspect of the 3 different protagonists and how they met up and who they are to each other and all that type of thing. And then the whole fact that there was 3 different outcomes at the end of the storyline that you could do.
Yeah. The really push you to try kill Trevor, but you could save Trevor if you played fucking
like Franklin. If you played as Franklin, you could save Trevor and fuck Michael off, and if you played as Michael, you could like fuck the other 2 over.
See, when I played it, the first time I played it through, I think I saved all of them because I wanted to be able to play all the characters. But I think the first time I played it through, I actually killed Michael. Killed him. You're in like a water tower, and you're playing as Franklin. Franklin kills him, not Trevor.
Yeah.
Because Michael was sort of vindictive in the way he was trying to get rid of Trevor. But then when you finish it with all 3 of them, it is a much better ending.
Yeah.
Though the Michael dying ending was fucking hectic. Hectic as fuck. It wasn't because that's not the entire storyline pushes you not to do that, and you did that.
Yeah.
I had to find out what was going to happen.
The entire storyline starts as you're Michael. the storyline starts as you're Michael.
No, you start off as Franklin. You meet Michael.
Yeah. No, you start as Michael.
You start as Franklin. You steal a car.
No. In the storyline, you start as Michael in the bank robbery at North Yankton, and then you go to therapy, talk about it in therapy, and then it swaps to Franklin jumping in the car. So you start as Michael. So Michael's the start, and it's sort of like a full closure of you, because that's the first time you see the heist system that they've got in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At the very start of the game.
I can't remember that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You played it a bit more recently than me.
I had to play it to get onto RP, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But so our number one, I'm pretty sure it's fucking pretty black and blue.
Grand Theft Auto 3. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, San Andreas. I mean, Vice City holds a certain soft spot as well. Like I said, Vice City probably propelled it to the fucking megadom that it is. But
yeah.
Like, San Andreas took it to the next level. Like it was a great storyline. Once you finished, you could still have gang wars and stuff like that. Missions just kept sort of popping up. Mm-hmm. They just never really stopped. And the main storyline went for fucking ever.
Yeah.
If I remember, I don't know if I was just shit at gaming or not, but like it felt like it went for fucking.
It went for fucking. It did. It went forever.
Massive maps. It took you like a couple of days just to finish the first half of the map, and then like the next half opened up with all the casinos and stuff like that. And you had to do all that. And
I think it also helped that it was, like on PS3, Xbox 360, where the load times were a bit longer than usual.
Yeah.
When you're loading
Xbox
in between scenes.
I was on Xbox. PS2, Xbox was
PS2, Xbox, PS3, Xbox 360, like that whole generation there, the load times were always that little bit longer.
Yeah,
between cutscenes.
GTA 4 was pretty long loading, I remember.
Yeah. So like San Andreas, even if you ask anyone from my generation or Tommy's generation, you go GTA, name a GTA, 9 times out of 10, they will say San Andreas.
Yeah, San Andreas. Really, like I said, I don't know if it was just because it was at that time. I just had so much time on my hands to play it. Like you get the push bike and you just keep bouncing around until you got your push bike level all the way up. That's what it was. You had a level progression on everything you did. Running, you got a stamina up more. You got stronger. You could do more damage when you punched. You got better at guns. Eventually, if you got like that good at a Desert Eagle, you dual wield. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like you actually had a leveling progression in it. Well, a lot of the other games didn't have that. Like San Andreas had that. And when I went to the core finish, you still had shit to do. You could play it as by yourself and keep playing.
You go to a gym and you start working out at the gym. Your character actually becomes fucking CJ actually becomes buff and shit.
You can make him fat. You can make him skinny.
You don't go to the gym and you just sit around, eat all day, chilling cards and shit. He becomes a fat, fat fuck.
Yeah. Which a lot of the games got rid of. Like it's sort of, that was what made San Andreas so.
It was a character building,
not even talk about like replayable. Like you could just keep playing it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I got to the point where I could run forever. I could swim forever. I could punch people out one punch. Every gun did maximum damage, like everything. I did all of it. Like,
and then if you played for a couple of days and you didn't go to the gym or you didn't run or something, your player would become fat, and those stats that you gained actually start getting cut.
Yeah, exactly right. It was fucking.
And it was sort of like a punishment for you're not going to the gym, you're not looking after yourself, all that type of thing. And it was like, oh fuck yeah.
And you enter marathons where you actually had to have your character high stamina to win it, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what made that game so good. So good. But every game has a good set of characters. I think we can do a top 5 characters.
Yeah.
Top 5 characters. Number 5. You.
Number 5 would have to be.
Fucking hard.
It is, but it would have to be. Big Smoke.
Big Smoke.
Yeah.
He was pretty cool. The way he went from being a mate to a protagonist was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not a protagonist, an enemy.
Antagonist.
Sorry. Fucking pros and ands.
Yeah, the way that he sort of just fucked you, stabbed you in the back and left you high and dry in San Andreas. It was a bit like you fucking serious? Like, we're homies, bro. Like, come on. Like,
my number 5 is going to be Brucey from Grand Theft Auto 4. Brucey! He'd come in, he'd have the bull shark testosterone. Fuck, cracked me up, cunt. He was the best. His missions are always super fucked, super weird and random. He was fucking so full of energy. And like every other character you'd met before that stage has been like foreign gangster or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you met him, it was like, this cunt's on another level. Like it's completely different. His whole missions were all fun. And like you could get rid of him or you could keep him in the loop and he'd join you on missions and stuff. It was fucking good. I love fucking Brucey. Brucey.
Fuck yeah.
Number 4.
Lamar. Just his comebacks, bro. Like just the way that he talks shit. He's like, you don't talk like that. N-word. Like big N-word. And the way that he like drags it out, it's just like, bro, really? Like, come on.
I did like Lamar. See, a lot of like when I'm thinking of characters, I'm not even thinking of the main characters all the time. Like, obviously, some of them will be in there, but like, it's always the sub character. Your main character, like, they're always good, but at the same time, like, you're just playing them.
Yeah.
The other characters that make it
like,
up. Yeah.
Make the game. Like,
yeah.
If it wasn't for Lamar, Franklin wouldn't be like the Franklin missions wouldn't be as good as they are, especially like you got the Franklin and Lamar missions, like the comebacks and the way that he talks and, you know, the way he puts shit on Franklin and Franklin's just like, oh, fuck off, you know, like, what the fuck you said? They're like, just go fuck off. 2 minutes later, here's Lamar coming around like, I got you, homie. It's like, I told you to fuck off. Like, what are you coming back for? Yeah, like Lamar, he's just that like little fly in your ear. Yeah. He's like want to get rid of, but he's just always there.
My number 4 is OG Loke.
Oh fuck.
Oh, no. His shit rhymes and pick him up from like the fucking fried chicken place and he's mopping the floor. OG Loke.
OG Loke.
I can't think of any of his raps. His raps are so shit, but I loved it.
Oh fuck.
Number 3.
Oh fuck. Number 3 is Ron the meth head. Ron the meth head from fucking GTA 5, man. He's just
he's pretty good, eh?
You could see he's he's a meth head.
He's full fucking shit and everything. I remember the first time you're driving and when you're with Trevor and he falls out the back of the ute. You have to go back and pick him up.
And Trevor's just abusing him and it's like, oh sorry, boss. Like, yeah, you're not getting another hit till you get back in the truck and go home, you motherfucker. Like, and like the random phone calls he would ring you, and it's like, oh boss, we found this. Can we? It's like, fuck off. Like, you're a crackhead. But yeah, it's the characters are what make GTA. Let's just say that.
My number 3 is going to be Officer Tenpenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that he was played by Samuel L. Jackson and like he is a really good antagonist. Like he's always there. He's always a cunt to you. But he played it like in such a suave way. And then like right at the end, you know, he ended up being involved with all that stuff. And he ended up being like, you think that Big Smoke's doing it all, but really it's fucking Officer Tenpenny trying to get his pinch out of everything. And yeah. And I thought Officer Tenpenny was one of my favorite antagonists, sorry. Fuck, you fucking it up.
Yeah, you do. What the fuck you doing that for?
Number 2.
As much as I don't like this game, I'm gonna have to bring him in, but Roman.
Yeah. No, see, I didn't like Roman. He's a fucking pain in the ass. He was a pain in the ass. He'd ring you up and be like, you want to go bowling?
Hey, cuz, can you help me out? I got these couple of fellas down here that are gonna bash me. It's like,
Nico, brother.
We
should go bowling. Come bowling.
Like,
I can't do that European accent, eh?
Nah, but it's just like, if like I know like best characters and shit, but he was just there for me. Like,
he was a pain in the ass, but like that's sort of made that game a little bit.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's what I'm saying. Like GTA, it's the characters that make the game.
Yeah.
Like we're all picking out different games, and my number 1.
Yeah, it's same as my number 1. Yeah, it's same as mine.
So,
I already know what it is. My number 2 is actually same game. My number 2 is Nico Bellic. He's a main character, but I just like that he was this. I don't know. Maybe I really like characters like that. He's just like that. He was really calm for the most part, but even though he's come from the shit, he's always fucking struggling, but he was calm and he was like just like that brutal, unrelenting fucking Eastern European character. You know what I mean? Like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the way they portrayed him really well. They made a storyline around him really good. Like he ended up being like everyone's go-to. Like they asked Nico to come help him do it because he was sort of like a shitty John Wick. You know what I mean? Like he just sort of, didn't really have much, but he'd always fucking find a way. And it was yeah. And then I always used to like, when I got to the point, they used to suit him up, make him all suited up. Like he'd look classy. I made him look like John Wick essentially.
He come from nothing and look at him now.
Yeah. And like, when they're trying to teach him the fight, when they first teach you the fighting thing is him like defending like a little kid in the fucking basketball courts there. And you flog a few cunts up.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Trevor Phillips, brother.
Yeah, Trevor all the way. Even like afterwards when they were interviewing the voice actor at Comic-Con and stuff like that, man, it made Trevor so much better again. You look at
like the bloke Stephen Ogg, the bloke that plays like voice actor of
looks like
Trevor, and you're just like, that's Trevor. You don't even need to hear his voice; you just see him, and you're like, that's Trevor.
And then he speaks, and he's like, he doesn't even put on the voice. That's just how he sounds.
And it's like, holy fuck! And like, there's missions like, as I was saying, like swapping between the characters and shit, and like you swap to Trevor, and he'd be, as you said, standing on top of fucking Mount Chiliad in his jocks or something.
And other times, love heart fucking jocks or something like that.
Yeah. Other times he's waking up in this fucking caravan.
Oh, sorry, he'd wake up with fucking jocks on. He'd have like a bra on as well.
Bra, yeah, and he'd walk around and he's like, "What the fuck?" Throw the bra off and like he'd just go mental.
Yeah, no,
and, like he was just unreal.
These missions were so much fun.
Missions where like you have a look and you could just cut to a cut scene and fucking Trevor and he'd come out of nowhere like fucking guns blazing like, "Oh, you fucking die!" Blah, blah, blah. It's like,
yeah, and he had the best little special too, where you could like you'd sort of go half invincible.
Yeah,
you could just like cop like a train hit and you'd sweet and you get up and just keep fighting. Like was it Franklin's was you could slow down time and you can drive really good.
Drive real quick,
What was Michael's? Oh, you can slow down a gunfight and you can shoot.
Gunfight, yeah. Shoot, like his accuracy was 10 times better.
I just like how he went like berserker mode.
Yeah. Just popped a couple roids and let loose.
I think they did that well in GTA 5. Had like there was 3 completely different characters in a way. Like one, like Franklin was like calm.
He was the
like CJ from San Andreas, you know what I mean? Like Michael was more like, say, Tommy Facchetti.
Yeah.
And then like Trevor was his own character
Trevor was like, Trevor. Like
they finally brought in like, not to sound slangy or anything like that, but they brought in like a redneck character. And I think that's what they needed. They needed this crazy, doesn't fucking matter sort of a cunt. Like, and I think that's what made that game too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now, because we like the lists, we're just going to keep them rolling because there's too many to talk about. So we might as well list them a little bit. This one's going to be hard to list because there's so many missions that it's hard to remember them, especially if I haven't played a game in years and years and years. But we're going to sort of go, I want to say best missions, but I don't want to say best mission ever. Like best missions, because sometimes the shitter the mission, the more memorable it is sort of thing. Like it's the fact that it was a shit mission that made you fucking rage or something like that made that a mission to remember. So we're going to go top 5 memorable missions for better or worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've already spoken about one of them. Or do you just want to do top 3? Is it too hard? Is it too many?
Let's just go top 3.
Top 3.
I'm getting a bit cut for time as well. So. Bush yourself. This is the problem of fucking filming on a Monday.
There used to be a time when he'd drop everything else for this. Now this is just second to him. He's just got too many friends now.
We're filming on a Monday.
He's got 2 friends and they're annoying him.
We're filming on a Monday. That's all
it's all good. Top 3 missions.
I'm accommodating for you right now, so you can accommodate for me.
Top 3 missions. Number 3. I'll start it off this time, maybe.
Yeah,
you already got one.
I've got one.
Oh, you go then.
The bike chase in San Andreas, the push bike chase.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, it fucking pissed me off.
This is probably going to be just top 3 pissed off missions.
It pissed me off. It's like, I jump on a bike. Yeah, right. I smash this button to go quicker. Yeah, right. I quick jump. It's like, what the fuck?
You had to hold it down to do the proper jump too.
Right as I'm about to hit the gutter, I'll quick jump. It's like, boom, off the bike you go. Oh, restart the mission. Are you fucking serious? Like,
and he's got
what
away.
the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, fuck.
Mine's where you got to rescue Michael's son. My number 3 is when you got to rescue Michael's son. He's stuck on the yacht. Fuck, that was a kind of a mission.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God. You had to get like close and you had to jump on and you had to like sway and then you change to the next character and you had to sit there and fight and you had to do it quick enough before the car got too far away. And that was a cunt of a mission. Cunt of a mission. Number 2.
Freaks and Aliens.
Oh, what one's that one?
The Michael mission where he's tripping the fuck out driving.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Because Jimmy spikes his fucking drink and you start tripping out and it's just like, what the fuck is... You're tripping out as well playing the game. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? All of a sudden he's falling from the sky and she's like, wow, okay, settle down. Fuck. Yeah, that's my number 2.
Oh, I had my number 2 in my head and I can't think of it. No. Anyone who's played this game will know it. I'm sure of it. The fucking RC plane mission from fucking San Andreas. Was it San Andreas or was it Vice City? I think it was Vice City. Was the fucking worst. You had to go out there and you had to drop leaflets down. You had to do it before the fucking battery ran out. And you had to go through certain checkpoints. That mission was so fucking hard. I can picture the mission, but I can't picture. I'm pretty sure it's Vice City. It was fucking ridiculous. I remember just like, I couldn't get past it. I was like, this is fucked. I can't win this game. I can't. And it was like one of those points where that was the only mission you could do too. I was like, no, can't. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Number 1.
Number 1 would have to be it's the mission in San Andreas where they start at Clucking Bell. It's the car chase with Big Smoke.
Oh, catch the damn train, CJ. You're on the back of a motorbike. You're on the back of a sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to shoot people off the cluck, 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 cluck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's mine too.
That's mine as well. Kind of a mission. I hate it.
Like I said, it turned into a meme. Like everyone remembers how fucking hard that mission was.
Yeah.
Because nothing worked right. You're just like, you're trying to shoot off the side while trying to drive and try not to get too far away. The one single bump would knock you both off, and that was it. The mission was done. And
instead of facing this way, you pull your gun out and you're facing this way. You can't see where you drive.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, what happens if there's a tree in the road and you like quickly look that way and then, oh, fuck, move.
The tunnel would come up. You're like, whoa. And then another train would come. You're like, whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was a fucking hard mission. No. Yeah. That was fucked. And then like as a bonus thing, anytime you had to do any GTA race or some type of fucking driving mission like that was always fucking shit. Trying to get gold stars in the fucking driving tests in San Andreas.
Yeah.
So hard.
Or the getaways at the later heist in GTA 5.
Yeah.
Like the first heist in that is like, oh, shoot down this tunnel and you go. And
I weirdly beat the heist first go. That was one of the weird ones. Like I thought it was easy, but then like when I went back and played it a second time, I was like, fuck, this was hard. How did I win this? I think I won it the first time because I was just playing so much of it at the time. I was actually good at it.
And you could just like just around the corner and fuck off down this alleyway or something, and they wouldn't follow you. Then you jump in the second time. It's like, how the fuck did I do this first go?
Yeah.
Like, I've died twice now.
Trying to steal that fucking fire engine for the fucking heist. That was like kind of, because you had to get it back unbusted. It couldn't have any dents in it. And like you stole that and then everything come on you like, no, go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sort of brought in a lot of like the worst of GTA. It was these fucking ridiculously shit fucking missions that are just so hard. And the controls in GTA sometimes can be not the best. Sort of what made it a little bit too. Like obviously GTA 5 had much better controls, but some of the other ones, the controls weren't, it was all a bit jumpy as you tried to do it. Like if you turn one way, you didn't turn a little bit, you turned pretty much 90 degrees.
Yeah, 100%.
But we'll wrap it up with a little bit of talk about GTA Online and GTA RP, which Magpie is playing an awful fucking lot of. It's funny how the GTA Online was awesome. It's just you get on with all your friends, all these randoms, and you can start stealing cars, doing missions together. Fucking Lester would ring you every fucking 2 minutes.
Simeon would ring you. Everyone from the main story would ring you.
Fucking Simeon, that cunt. And that it was awesome. Like for content, it was ridiculous. Like content was awesome. I wish I could play it now and make content with it. Like it'd be so easy. Like the content they could make from it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And like it was fucking cool. And GTRP's now like taking it to another level where it's like an add-on and you can play, everyone has like a certain role in the game and you've got to stick by it. Otherwise the admin will boot you or something like that. I'm not sure how it happens, but I think that's what happens.
Yeah. There's different types of things that you can play as. Like there's other like different, complete different job roles in RP. Like you could be a copper, you could be EMS. You go out on calls for someone selling drugs that get a shitty deal. They ping the cops. You go check that out. EMS pings you for a revive.
That all started from San Andreas and GTA 4, where you could hop in a fire truck. Well, maybe it's GTA 4 where you could hop in the fire truck and you click the two buttons in and you could start doing
GTA
fire missions.
4 because you
start
could
putting out burning buildings.
Taxi drivers and shit like that. Yeah.
Taxi driver, you could put out burning buildings. If you opt in the cop car and you got it to yourself, you could start arresting people and chasing people down. And GTA 5 had that bit where like someone's purse would get stolen, you could chase them down as well. The little things like that sort of helped bring in RP. I think there was the original idea was there, and they've just perfected it.
And with GTA Online, it's more of like make up a business. You're a gangster, no matter where you are. Well, not just a gangster, but you're this criminal mastermind in GTA Online. Whereas GTA RP,
we had a cut out there.
Humble lumberjack that's millions and millions of dollars. So you could be this humble lumberjack that earns millions and millions of dollars just doing lumber for the rest of his life. Or you could do lumber on the side as well as push product. You know what I mean? Like it's sort of like I get this legal money in, but at nighttime I could go push product and get this dirty money in and go sell this dirty money. And
that's pretty cool.
It is fucking cool. I'll tell you this right now.
I mean, I don't have a PC strong enough I probably do have a PC strong enough to play it, but I just don't play it on PC because I can't play it and then probably stream at the same time. I know that GTA is coming out on Series X optimized soon. I'll probably get back on and play it then. I might do a playthrough of the whole missions again because I know they added a lot of missions. Yeah,
they've got a lot of DLCs and shit now. And
I'll get it with all the DLCs and play it then. It'll be fucking sick.
Yeah. And that's the good thing about everyone whinging about no new GTA. Well, it's like they're still bringing DLCs out.
GTA 6 is coming out.
Yeah, but they're still bringing DLCs. They're still bringing DLCs for GTA 5 and
that's
GTA Online.
They kept it really fresh. They kept trying to add more stuff to it. Like Fortnite's a pretty old game. They keep adding shit to that to make it more and more interesting.
Like the whole no building mode at the moment. Like
a lot of the things that added is cool, but at the same time, it's like if you've been playing other games, it's fucking hard to go back to.
Yeah.
It doesn't play anywhere near like the other games. It is fucking oddly slow at times, but you can die really quickly. It's really strange. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. It sounds like this fuckhead's got to go. But
I've got it loaded up on this screen already, guys. So
I hope you've enjoyed our episode on GTA. I don't know if we went too much into the depths of everything. It's surely an episode we can revisit at another time. But we'll obviously bring in a guest if we ever redo it. But please leave comments or messages or anything like that about your favorite game, your favorite character, and your most memorable mission, just let us know. So we can nostalgia a bit about it all too. But peace out. Much love. See you next week.
Laters.